Hey, I am having a little bit of connection issues, but hopefully, yes. Hey, hey, you guys. I just wanted to come on here and just talk. You know, just talk to you guys, share a little bit of what's have been happening to me. My name, as you guys know, is Qsha. A lot of people call me Q. Some of my close friends call me Lady Q. I just wanted us to come on here and just talk about our menstrual cycle, just having a learning to have a beautiful relationship with our menstrual cycle and some tips on how that can be because a lot of us go through where we have horrible cycles and we call our cycles bitch. The bitch is here. We say, oh man, that hoe came today. We have all these derogatory terms that we refer to our sacred time that we need to start to change the conversation. I had to start to change the conversation also. Um, Now I say my girlfriend is here because I am that connected. I feel like we are girlfriends, like we are rada da. I'm in my 40s, so she have been with me for you know over 20 plus years. So when I say she's my rada da, she really is. So right now I'm currently on my cycle and it started on Saturday. But before I go into that, I just want to share a little bit about me and my story. The royal womb was created and developed because I wanted to basically shrink my fibroids or release my fibroids from me without having any type of medical being done. What do I mean? Without having any type of hysterectomies or any type of surgeries. I physically, because I came from a nutritional background, I knew some of it was tied to the nutrition. But what it is I didn't know is that a lot of it was tied to traumas. A lot of it was tied to not living within your own truth, really honoring yourself and really accepting yourself. And, it's a whole host of things that goes with when you have womb issues, um, dealing with childhood traumas, all those things combine when there is a womb condition that's going on. So for me, the only option I was given, literally, you guys, was to have a hysterectomy. That was the only thing because he said, well, you in your 40s, yeah, and you don't want to have any kids, any more kids. No, and yeah, and that was the only thing when there is other options. But for us, if we are not awoke about our health and our wellness, and we just take what they say, they are going to put us under the knife. Literally, they are going to do that. So I would say to you guys, get educated, get second opinions. So I have been on this journey of womb wellness. I became a yoni steam practitioner in 2018, in August. But before that, I actually started my journey with the yoni eggs because what was happening is that one of my fibroids was actually sitting on my bladder. And you would hear me say that the the size of the fibroids yes, it's important, but it's not really important, is the location. Because the location can really wreak havoc on your life. Um, it can really wreak havoc. For me, my history is that my fibroids was sitting on my bladder. One of them was sitting on my bladder, and it was literally pushing my entire uterus out. So at 40, in my 40s, I had to be physically wearing diapers. Anytime I leave the house, I had to be in a diaper because I just could not hold my urine for anything. And wearing diapers, one, is not sexy, two, it's not cute, and three, it's expensive as hell. And I was like, it just got to be another way. They also suggested, because that was happening, that they was going to do the mesh. They was going to reconstruct everything. But some of the things that they were suggesting when I did the research myself, one of the things is that it's going to leave me with an odor. And that, for one, wasn't happening. Two, it was also going to create like chronic like infections. And I was like, absolutely, absolutely not. So that's when I just went into the journey of the yoni eggs. I became a yoni gemstone specialist so that I can learn about them so that I can use them myself. Literally, with the yoni eggs, when I started, I had an extra large yoni eggs and I could not hold that in. Like literally, I would insert it and it would just fall off. Like it will. And I had to work with that extra large yoni egg for almost 3 months. For almost 3 months. I was so freaking excited that one day I got up and I realized that I could have walked to the bathroom and back and it didn't fall out. I was like, oh my God, this shit right here, this shit works. And that's when I decided to go down the rabbit hole of womb wellness and truly womb healing. Currently, I am using a medium egg, but I still go back and forth when I'm doing my exercise. So I go back and forth between a medium and a large. The eggs that I work with, one of my favorite is the tiger's eye. You know, there is a lot of misinformation, bad information that's out there. But I say to each and every woman, your health and wellness choices is guided for you. For me, I was called to certain eggs. So regardless of what the information is, I reach out to my mentors who have spent, you know, their lives just doing the work to really heal the women in the community. And I source my stuff from my mentors. So I truly believe in what it is I have. So right now, one of the eggs that I'm working with is the tiger's eye. I love the tiger's eye. That thing raises so much sexual energy. It's unbelievable. For me, honestly, I have a problem with sexuality being, you know, sexual in terms of being sexual and being comfortable and open with it. And I noticed for me when I first started with the first day, I actually took the tiger's eye, put it in my bosom, and went to work. And I drive buses. So I'm driving, and all of a sudden, I'm singing, I'm a private dancer. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, literally, the entire song just came into my head. And that's what I was singing the whole time. It was just freaking amazing. I have a stripper pole that have never been touched, have never been used. I literally came home from work that day and I was practicing on that freaking pole. Like you swear like your girl been doing this shit for a minute, you guys, but no, on a real, it helped to take me over to another level when it came to my sexual energy. You know, um, with the fibroids, I'm gonna go back to that because that's where my real focus is. I remember it had to be about 10 years prior. I had gone to the doctor and I was saying that I'm feeling something. And they did an ultrasound and it came back there was nothing, but I knew that there was something somewhere, but I didn't know what it was. And so what was happening to me is that in my 30s, in my late 20s into my 30s, I was actually heading into early menopause. My sex drive, my sex life was literally declining. And I am comfortable talking about these things because there is other women out here that's mirroring my story and they are suffering in silence. Where I'm at now, I am great in me. I'm great in my sexuality. You know, I really enjoy, I really enjoy me. But coming down into 2017 is when everything really went to a screeching halt, is where I continue, like my cycles continue to increase. I went from a 5 day to a 6 day. Then at one time I was working out a whole lot. I even had a 12-day cycle. Yeah, I had a 12-day. I had the heavy bleeding. I had the clots, you know. I've been through it all, taking the pills. Sometimes the pills didn't work. To now, it's like a 380-degree switch and turn. But what I want to say with my story, it took patience. It took a commitment. When you decide to seek alternative methods, not everything is going to work. We have a lot of teachers that are out there, and you may have to take bits and pieces from each one. The reason why I say that is this: I am big on knowing what your blood type is, and I think for me personally, once I started to really learn my blood type and started to eat within my blood type, is where I really saw the the like my healing went to another level. Like my menstrual cycle changed. Right now I'm currently on a 4-day cycle. I still have one fibroid left. I'm currently on a 4-day cycle. I go through my menstrual cycle with no pain. The first day of my cycle, ladies, I can wear just a light pad, literally, especially like this cycle right here. It's just, I just wanted us to that's why I really popped on here, was to really share about this cycle. So it came about 8 o'clock on Saturday, and literally I was wearing a light pad until Sunday, literally. um and I was like, wow, that was amazing to me. A lot of women don't know what that feels like. um I had no clotting. I noticed today that thank you, thank you. I noticed today that hey, beautiful Lavita, how are you, goddess? I noticed today that I did have a little bit of clotting, but it wasn't much at all. But what I also noticed with this particular cycle is that I did not have to use an overnight pad. I didn't. I was like, wow, you know, I am truly amazed of where I was to the transition in my monthly cycle. And I want to say to you ladies, one of the things that really helped is the first 48 hours. I need you guys to go on a period rest. What does that mean and what does that look like? It means that whatever your regular schedule is, just pump the brakes. Bam, pull the brakes on it and just embrace your menstrual cycle. Walk around the house in a big old house dress. Wear the granny panties, sip your teas, you know. For me, most times my cycle come on the weekends. If it do happen to come on a weekday, I literally would not go to work because I drive buses, you guys. So I'm sitting pretty high up. And for me, I remember one day that my cycle was vicious. And I had to promise her that I wouldn't do that again. Like every bump I felt. And today it's beautiful. And I want you ladies to have that. And one of the things is going on a 48-hour timeout. It's very important. Everything that you normally do, fall back on it for 48 hours. Give your body that time to rest. Give your body that time to heal. And what is going to happen is that by you resting and honoring and giving her the time to go through her moments, you're going to see your cycle cut down. I would go to the gym, you guys, and when I tell you, when I came back from the gym and I go to change, I either had to change in the tub or I would have to have a towel on the ground because I was flowing so much. I haven't gone through that in months. I literally can change out, brush my teeth, go to the kitchen, grab a glass of water, get in the shower, go back in the kitchen, get like a piece of fruit or something, then come in the room, you know, put on my deodorant, cream up my skin, and then start putting on my my underpants and stuff like that. And that is something that I could not have done. I needed to step out of the shower and literally have those things waiting right there for me. So menstrual cycle rest is very important because with without doing that, you are not giving your cervix the rest time that it needs. So it's just staying open. When it's that time, it opens. And once she has the adequate rest and everything that she needs for that time, she closes back and she repeats the cycle again, which is anywhere from a 28-day to 30 days. That's a healthy cycle. So you will fall between either one. If you have anything under than the 28 days that's going on, there is some type of condition that's happening. If you have anything over the 30 days, there is some type of condition that's happening also. Um, so also what I want to share with you guys that a normal healthy cycle lasts 4 days, no more than five. If it's under the 4 days, you have some type of deficiency that's going on. If it's over the 5 days and counting, there is some type of imbalance. So I just want you guys to be aware of these little things. Also, for those of you who are having menstrual issues, about 10 days before your menstrual cycle, you guys need to do a magnesium boost because our blood calcium level as women do take a nosedive. And by doing a blood calcium boost, you wouldn't be as fatigued. The cramping wouldn't be as much. Um, those of you who are having fibroids and other issues with constipation around your menstrual cycle, you wouldn't have those issues. Um, what else again I wanted was to share? The water intake, I cannot stress how much that is important. It really, not only the water intake but the fiber intake, because what you have to understand is that the fiber is the transit bus to keep the liver and the kidneys moving. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate that. Thank you, Sheila. Love you too, girl. Yeah, it is the transit bus to keep everything moving, to keep your living room floor from backing up. I call the colon the living room floor. Um, because it sits right above the womb. And if you don't have movement throughout your living room floor when your menstrual cycle comes, it's literally going to be hell. I'm telling you guys the truth. It's going to be hell. Like, and I had to learn this stuff, So one of the things that also helped a whole lot is the Royal V pads. What it is I like about those pads is that it's super absorbent. Not only that, it has a strip in there, and that strip is carbon activated. So literally, how we are carbon, we are electric. That pad acts the same way. I can't see who. What is your question? What is your question, love? Put it in here, and I'll answer you. Drop your question in, beautiful. I'll answer you. Um, so once with the Royal V pads, the panty liners, once any type of liquid, hits it opens up. So it brings oxygen into the womb. Um, it helps to keep you dry. It helps to keep the odors down. It helps to combat the itching. Is super absorbent, you guys. That's one of the things a lot of ladies have. Really, I guess because I was born with them that way. Could you ask a question that's concerning to that's it's about womb health wellness for ladies, please? Um, so that's the thing about the Royal V pads. It really does what it's supposed to do in terms of helping women feel comfortable on their menstruals, not only on their menstruals, but it also is helping women on a daily basis to combat the odors, the itching, the sweatiness, um, balancing pH balance, um, stuff like that. Um, I'm actually doing something in here. Also, I want you ladies to also get that incorporating a lot of fruits and vegetables into your diet. It's imperative, especially when you are having a condition. because once again it goes back to the fiber, it goes back to keeping everything clean and clear. This is not the type of platform for that, so I would have to remove you from my platform. Thank you very much. So yes, I would have to remove you because we don't do that. This is about womb health wellness for women, and this platform need to be respected as such because there's a lot of women out here that needs help with what's going on with them. They are crying in silence, and the royal room was created so that women can feel safe first and foremost, and they can get the help that they need with whatever conditions, whether it be fibroid issues, endometriosis issues, PCOS, you name it. That's why this group was created. You know, coming and asking inappropriate questions on here would basically, I would delete you. You have no business on my platform because you kind of being rude right about now. So yeah. So back to what it is I was saying about the Royal V pads. Um, if you guys are interested, you know, put in the comments that you want to know more about it. But that have actually been the game changer for me in terms of seeing my cycle decrease. Besides my diet, another thing that I want you ladies to get in a whole lot more is getting in the omega acid, the fatty acids, not the omega acids, but the fatty acids, you guys. I think it's important, especially for people who has endometriosis, and for my PCOS people, it's imperative. Um, just drinking the calm tea, or you know, on my website has the sweet yoni tea. That's also very good around your moon time, so that you are able to just enjoy her. Having warm liquids, I would say, you know what, stick with warm liquids throughout your menstrual cycle, and even when you are off your menstrual cycle. For me, I only do cold stuff when I'm driving and I'm tired, so now it gives my body chance to heat up and create that energy that I need. um, so those are some tips. Doing your chlorophyll to help balance the pH, I would say, is very important also. What else again can I share with you guys? For you ladies who are having those long cycles, you guys need to up your iron, because that's another thing. The anemia, the deficiency, anything under a 12, you are deficient, period. And you need to up your iron also. So those are some of the things that I can share with you guys that I have done, plus other things, but that's just the basics in order that when your menstrual cycle come, that you can really enjoy her time, because it is her time. For me, what today is? Today's Monday. Yeah, so I'm on day 2 or day 3. I don't even self keep up no more, because she'll be gone in 4 days, you guys. She's peaceful, she's calm, she's actually not heavy, you know, not at all. I just flow. She just flows. And I would like for each woman to be able to have her menstrual cycle and, you know, have the same feelings that I have. Literally, I believe on Wednesday I'll be doing another yoni steam. That's one of the things. That's another thing. That's a big game changer also, you guys. The yoni steaming, I try to get it in once a week, um, but I switch it up here and there. But I definitely steam right after my cycle. Um, invest in that is invest, because what that would also do is that it will remove any and anything that's stagnant or just left up there is going to bring that down for you. And that's pretty much, I guess, my whole regiment. Maybe some, I guess some of it, that's pretty much some of my regiment on what it is I do to really have a peaceful cycle. But definitely, you guys, once she shows up, pump the brakes on your lifestyle. Stay out the gyms. You know, the gyms are closed right now, but a lot of people are working out at home. Stop working out, you guys. I know there's a lot of programs like, yes, I'm part of the P of the Beachbody family. A lot of their workouts are 6 days on your menstrual cycle. I am doing one right now that is 6 days on your menstrual cycle. Nope, nope. You got to give up 48. Otherwise, if you don't want those days to shorten, work on 6 days. For me, I like my 4 day menstrual cycle. I do not like going beyond that. So I take 48 off. That's super important, you guys. I can't stress that enough. So I'm gonna get off of here now. As I always do, I close off with this. I learned this from Lotus Richie. She is on Facebook, Ignite in full flight. She, when we first met, she kept doing this, and what this basically means is that she is dropping blessings. So I'm dropping blessings, and I'm sending blessings to you guys now. And not only am I sending blessings, I'm sending love, I'm sending peace, and I'm sending increase. And thank you guys for coming on here and listening to me speak for the last however long. I appreciate you, and we're going to talk again next time. Bye now.